Let's get to more details on this. Mohammed Hassan is director at AGIL. He's in studio with us tonight here in Nairobi. Mr. Hassan, thank you very much for your time this evening. Briefly explain to us what sort of risks AGIL faces and why this particular deal is necessary for the firm.
Thank you very much, Rama. The biggest risk, of course, is the risk of getting steam at the right quality, right temperature and pressure, so that you can get the output that is required to produce 140 megawatts that we at AGIL want to develop. And that is the biggest risk that we face. And of course, you know, the cost of developing the steam field is a huge cost. If you look at the upfront costs vis-a-vis other energy projects, geothermal probably has the highest of these costs, which range between $4 to $3 million, depending on the efficiency of the field. Vis-a-vis other projects that our development costs are between $1 million and $1.5 million. And that's the main risk that we face.
Indeed. We normally hear, however, of the African Union Commission in a policy role or in a political role. How do they get involved in this deal?
Basically, this is to be able to encourage Africa develop renewable energy that is expensive to develop. And that's the reason why African Union and its donor communities came together to put up some sort of insurance policy to encourage developers in the field. Other than AGIL, Africa Geothermal, there are, I think, 5 other institutions that qualified for this round. And we sincerely thank African Union and the donor partners in coming up with this way of trying to ensure the risk that developers have taken in order to produce geothermal, which is probably the best green energy product that you have, because of the high consistency. That is, the load factor is quite high, up to 95%, and greenhouse gases are very low, and of course sulfur is also extremely low in this kind of project.
Indeed, but I mean, strictly speaking, as a company, as AGIL, you must have shopped around and looked at other potential providers. The World Bank has been providing risk guarantees in this area for quite a long while, so has the African Development Bank. What is it about the offer between AUC and KfW that made you decide this is the deal that we have to go with?
This is a special product that African Union and KfW and its partners came up with. The other products that the World Bank and the other multilaterals or DFIs have come up with is basically to try and ensure the risk that comes after development. This is within the development, and that's why this is a great product. And we encourage other DFIs, and even the World Bank, because it has got a development role to play in developing Africa, to come up with products such as this.
Indeed. Finally, Mr. Hassan, in April, AGIL signed a 25-year power purchase agreement with Kenya Power. What price was that deal agreed to, and how far has exploration come along since the signing of that agreement in April?
The PPA was signed at about 8.878 US cents per kilowatt hour, and since then we have done a lot of work to prepare ourselves to go into drilling. We in the process of doing the civil works to prepare for drilling, and our target is to go on drilling by end of April next year. So right now we are developing the roads to the area of our drill targets, and also the drill pads themselves. So that's what we are doing right now.
All right. Thank you very much for your time tonight, Mr. Mohammed Hassan from AGIL. We'll have to leave you there for the time being, though.